Should you rest your espresso beans? Hey guys, I'm Mike, Espresso Mike, where I share with you insights into the world of espresso. Now you might have heard the term resting coffee or resting espresso. You might know there's an ideal window to make espresso from roasted coffee of around 2 weeks. It's typically thrown out. I've said in previous videos, 10 to 14 days seems to be the ideal time, but does it really matter? And why does it matter? What actually happens? Okay, so when you roast coffee, and espresso's typically, but you never know these days, roasted a little bit darker. Anyway, during the roasting process, right, there's chemical reactions. You create a lot of CO2. Gases get trapped into the beans, right? That's why you see airlocks in the back of these coffee bags, right? All coffee bags you buy from especially a coffee shop, you'll see a little airlock because they're typically degassing a few days after they're roasted, for a few days or even a few weeks after they're roasted. They degas, and that's mostly carbon dioxide coming off of the coffee beans. So when you make an espresso shot or pull an espresso shot, let's say you just roasted it. I mean, we're unique. We actually roast in the coffee house. So it's like 10 minutes after I roasted the coffee, I would actually try to pull, I would grind it and pull an espresso shot. What's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of release of carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide and water are going to essentially compete for the same space, and you won't get a true extraction, and the flavor might be slightly different. Now, to be honest with you, I've tried espresso and coffees from coffee roasters in every state in America and beyond, and probably very few people drink more espresso than me. I think the difference is minimal, and in most cases, you can't taste it. When you buy coffee from a coffee shop, one of these bags here, right, it's probably a couple days after it's been roasted before they even put it on the shelves logistically. And you take it home, leave it, and you probably have it over the next week or so. In most cases, that is going to be perfect. You're not going to notice the difference between day 7 and day 14 or day 21. Most people let their coffee sit too long ground, and that's where the flavor is hurt. But when you make espresso, they say the ideal time period is really between 10 and 20 days after roasting, where the coffee is degassed enough and the flavor profile should be developed based on the molecular changes that happen in the roasted coffee. But if you ask me, the difference is minimum. You have to have a sensational palate to notice when it comes to most coffee. So resting espresso, it is a thing. If you're really nerdy about it, try to wait in that maybe 14-day window, 10 to 14-day window before you make espresso with your roasted coffee. All right, guys, any more insights, make sure you subscribe. We'll talk to you soon. Happy holidays. Happy New Year.